Every time I see that intro and I see me in that red tux with looking like I'm a 15-year-old getting invited to senior prom, I a little bit smile, I a little bit shake my head. But good evening, everyone. Welcome to Marvel on the Brain. I am your host, Bill Vazzosi. It is episode 4 of the 4th season. I am live at Nelson and Murdoch, right? And if you look here, we're
evicted.
We're condemned. Coming to focus here. We are here with 2 new players ready to take on our returning champion. Let's meet them. As always, I have to. It's it's getting old for everybody, but it's not getting old for me. Barry, roll with him. He's the man. He makes all the things happen, pushes all the buttons behind the scenes. Thank you, Barry. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a friend. And now let's introduce our contestants for tonight from Southern Utah. We've got the famous Cards of Metal. We call him Ian. Welcome. Thank you for being here, Ian.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
And seriously, it's just like favorites night for me. From Louisiana, the best comic cleaner and presser in the business from Valor Comic Services. Please welcome Daniel Dunn.
Whoa. Thank you. Cannot beat that intro, man. I appreciate that.
I say it with heart. I mean, I say it from experience too. And our returning champion, everybody hates him. We're trying to find ways to, take him out. We contacted the CIA and they're not interested. Mike Thomas from Prince Edward Island, welcome.
Thank you.
I say welcome tongue in cheek because I really don't welcome you.
No, everyone. Yeah, I get it. But I'm having too much fun.
We're all having a lot of fun.
This is the night.
I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad you're all willing. We're trying to keep this thing going. We put a lot of work into it. We just want to make something that's entertaining and maybe informative for the new Marvel fan, for the young Marvel fan, and we'll get right into it. You guys know how the game's played. It's styled off a popular TV trivia game show. Barry, let's see the board. So the first round is going to look like this. We're going to have Lady Mutants, Disney Plus, The Company You Keep, company, obviously the operative word there, 90s Tunes, and Say My Name. Ian, you are on the bottom. That's how we generally do it. No particular reason why. You will choose the first category tonight.
Let's say My Name 200.
1965, Hogan, Volstagg, Fandral the Dashing. Mike.
The Warriors 3.
The Warriors 3. So to clarify, this is going to be groups of people. We're going to give you the year and the contents of the group, and you'll tell us the name of the group. As always, Mike, gotcha. Johnny on the spot. You have control of the board.
Let's go Say My Name for 4.
1972, Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, Hulk, and Namor. Mike.
The Defenders.
Defenders is correct.
Ooh. Let's go Disney Plus for 800.
Making his live-action debut in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he is revealed to have been the world's first African-American superhero. Ian.
Is it Captain America Winter Soldier?
No.
This is Disney Plus. That's
Daniel.
Black Panther?
No.
Oh, come on, man.
I actually know the answer now.
Time.
It's Isaiah Bradley. Isaiah Bradley.
You get my head was
in the MCU, Disney Plus.
Okay. Gotcha.
Captain America and Winter Soldier. Isaiah Bradley was the first African American superhero.
Characters, not movies. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, let's go Disney Plus for 2.
This was the first television series produced by Marvel Studios and released on Disney Plus. Daniel.
WandaVision.
WandaVision, that's right.
That's what I was going to guess.
You're closer to 0. but you have control of the board. Where would you like to go?
The company you keep for 400.
This small-time legal firm brings new meaning to the idiom "justice is blind." Mike.
Nelson and Murdoch.
Nelson Murdoch.
It's right there. It's right there.
It's right there. Barry, you need to do a little better job of telling me which virtual background to use. Mike, where are we going?
Company for 2.
The family-controlled corporation of Spider-Man's once best friend. Mike.
Oscorp.
Oscorp is correct.
There.
It's all about the button, boys. Where'd you like to go?
A company you keep for 6.
Though their typical yellow-suited lackeys from the comics didn't show up, this think tank was heavily involved in the plot of Iron Man 3. Mike.
Advanced Idea Mechanics. AIM.
You could have just said AIM, but you got to flex. He's right.
Oh.
Wow.
Let's go to
That's
90.
that Canadian peacocking. Yeah. I don't know if that's a thing, but it now is. You are the Canadian peacock. All future wanted and bounty posters, you are the Canadian
peacock.
peacock.
The Canadian peacock is just the beaver.
Mike, you're in control of the board still.
90s tunes for 2, please.
This team's 90s show is getting a revival on Disney Plus, premiering in 2023. Daniel.
X-Men animated series.
X-Men is correct. Daniel beats the buzzer. Where are we going?
Do Disney Plus for 600.
The What If animated series premiere backdoored the appearance of this character's alternate version in 2022's Doctor Strange sequel. Didn't realize when I was writing that one. A little convoluted, but you get it. Mike.
Doctor Strange?
No. Captain Carter. She was in the What If animated series premiere, and that backdoored her appearance in the Doctor Strange sequel.
I didn't that well.
My stress on each word might have made that confusing, but the wording was pretty clear.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the What If Doctor Strange episode.
Continue, Daniel.
Yeah, for sure. Say my name for 600.
2011, Spider-Man, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Thing. Daniel.
Fantastic Four.
No. Mike.
Oh, that would have been my guess too, but this one that was wrong. Let's see. Future Foundation.
Future Foundation is correct. Just in the nick of time, too.
Yeah, man. Say my name for 8.
1980, Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost, Harry Leland, Donald Pierce. Mike.
Is it the Hellfire Club?
It is the Hellfire Club. The guy's on fire. No pun intended. Can't write this stuff.
Say my name for 1,000, please.
1991, Storm, Colossus, Jean Grey, Iceman, Archangel. Daniel.
X-Men Gold Team.
X-Men Gold Team. Very good. I sometimes I take pride in being able to stump somebody with that, and it tickles me when someone gets it. So that was definitely one of those. Because Barry was like, "That's a little too tough there. You should just say X-Men."
No, bro, that was a stretch. I'm over here Hail Marrying between blue and gold.
Yeah. Hey,
I was gonna say blue.
you threw the bomb and they caught it.
Yeah. Oh, well, not Disney Plus. I'm over that one. I'm going with Lady Mutants for 200.
Upset at her father's obsession with dominance, she uttered the universe-altering words, "No more mutants." Mike.
Wanda Maximoff.
Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch. You got it.
Lady Mutants for 4.
Infamously wiped Carol Danvers' mind before tossing her off the Golden Gate Bridge. Daniel.
Rogue.
Rogue. You got it. Back in Black.
90s tunes for 400.
The Marvel Action Hour began in 1994 as a 1-hour program beginning with one episode of Iron Man and concluding with this tune. Daniel.
The Hulk.
No, sorry, that was Fantastic Four.
Okay. Lady Mutants for 6.
Her canonical first appearance was, in fact, in a flashback in X-Force number 8 and not in the much more widely publicized New Mutants number 98. Daniel.
Domino.
Domino. And I am sure that that is the correct answer. There's something about this microphone being in my hand that I just feel a little loosey-goosey. Daniel's in the positive. It's your control.
Disney Plus for 400.
In Loki, it's what TVA stands for. Mike.
Time Variance Authority.
Time Variance Authority. You've got it. You're back in control.
Let's go with Lady Mutants for 8.
Originally based on actress Bo Derek, this mutant prefers performing to superheroing. Mike.
Dazzler.
Dazzler. There you go. Everybody's in on that one.
I don't know who Bo Derek is, so that was a stretch.
Lady Mutants for 1,000, please.
Was at different times a member of the X-Men, the Starjammers, X Factor, and the Acolytes. Daniel.
Colossus.
No. Mike.
Polaris.
Polaris. There you go. Remember, Daniel, is Lady Mutants.
Right.
Disney Plus for 1,000.
In Hawkeye, Kate Bishop's mother is romantically involved with the man most known by this comic name. Daniel.
Swordmaster.
No. Mike.
Swordsman.
Swordsman. Swordsman is correct. I wanted to give it to you because I just hate Mike.
Yeah, the company you keep for 8.
A New York-based community outreach nonprofit founded by Martin Lee, a.k.a. Mr. Negative.
Oh.
Feast. Feast. F-E-A-S-T. Feast.
Video game and everything. Just couldn't get it. The company you keep for 1,000.
This energy company has been spotted for decades across the MCU timeline, with notable references coming in Loki, Cloak and Dagger, and Agent Carter. Mike.
Roxxon.
Roxxon, RoxCorp, Roxxon Energy. All acceptable answers. You got it.
90s tunes for 1,000, please.
Over a decade before they would band together in the MCU, 1999's Avengers United They Stand cartoon included only this hero from the future film's roster. Hawkeye. Hawkeye was the only one.
800, please.
This Marvel TV alum lent his voice to the short-lived Incredible Hulk cartoon during its 1996-1997 run. Daniel.
Lou Ferrigno.
The Ferrigs. You got it.
I didn't think of his name. I'm like,
Yeah. And to close it out,
90 for 6.
an adaptation of the Sins of Fathers arc was the main plot for season 3 of this tune. Spider-Man, the animated series. So after round one, I mean, it's business as usual for Prince Edward Island. Mike's with 7,000. Daniel and Ian in the negative. But round two brings a whole other world. They're getting used to the buzzer. They got that middle finger pumping. And Mike's getting tired because he's an hour ahead of me, apparently.
Yep.
But while Barry gets round two ready, we're going to talk to everybody because, like I said, this is just favorites night for me. Ian, excuse me while I clear my throat. So you're big on Whatnot now. Before that, it was Instagram. You started doing these box breaks on Facebook, but box breaks have been around for years in the sports game.
Yeah.
But you were really like, you know, and it's not just stroking when I say like you were the godfather of Marvel box breaking. Where did you get the idea that like this is something I'm going to do?
Because I know a sports guy that used to do Marvel. And I know that it was not being done and it needed to be done. That's what it came down to. I knew that there was nobody else doing it. I used to do it. And I used to do a lot of great breaks with people. It was a small niche group. So I thought, hey, you know what? Let's start it up again.
Yeah. I mean, and it seems so simple, but like we see those examples all the time where like the need is there, but nobody's going to step up. And so you stepped up and now here you are, you know, you graduate, you know, people told you to go to Instagram and now Whatnot became the thing and blew up. And you're one of the biggest non-sports breakers on Whatnot. And it's just great to have you here. You know, you're a close friend of mine. I appreciate you taking your time out. You know, I know you just came off a break and you got a whole bunch of packing and shipping to do. Let's get talking to Daniel. Daniel.
Appreciate you, man.
I mean, I learned about you through, you know, Victor, Marvelous Packs, and Justin, that they said you're this great guy and you do these great things with comics. When I started to expand my endeavors, my collecting endeavors to comics and graded comics, you were the natural choice to reach out to. And you've been nothing but excellent as far as the advice you've given, the service you provided, and then just the conversation in general, because you're a hell of a human being. How did you go from being a Marvel fan, a comic fan, to like, hey, I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to help people build their collection in a very specific way?
Well, as a collector, you know, before anything, I was a collector. I was a fan and then I was a collector. So whenever you're getting into comic books, the thing you do, if you're going to collect seriously on a different level, you get your books graded. Well, over time, now it becomes common practice. You get your books cleaned and pressed prior to grading. The reason in that is because over time, books have bins, dirt, grime. They've set in someone's attic, in someone's shop. There's stuff going on with it. So you would get your books cleaned and pressed because now that you've gotten rid of those defects and you've raised the overall condition on the comic book, now you've raised the value to it. So if you don't do it, then you're just leaving money on the table. You're going to end up with a lower grade than how it would have been to begin with. So going through that process, I reached out to a very notable presser and we did a trial run. It was like, all right, well, we're going to do this. And that experience went like trash. It's documented on my YouTube channel to where I even throw a graded comic book across the table because I'm so mad about it. Dude wasted my time. Dude wasted my money. And in that experience, I was like, in the video, I even say, it's like, you know what? I'm going to learn how to do this because this is stupid. So I did. I bought several different books and started asking questions to the right people and said like, well, if you're going to mess around and find out, here's how you do it. So I destroyed a bunch of books and then I figured out what worked, what didn't, trial and errored it, and then started building relationships.
I mean, and just like that, you're an asset to the community, you know, for the honesty and the expertise that you offer. Anybody who's interested, you know, and this isn't just a promotion, this is a plug, you know, you're here just for fun. But seriously, if anybody, you know, their books are in good hands with you. And I can make that vouch confidently any day of the week. We'll get up to again. Hello.
You love me.
Yeah. I don't know if the people love you because they're afraid of you. And for good reason. Mike Thomas, Prince Edward Island, graphic design instructor, Marvel Upper Deck sketch card artist. What's your earliest memory of Marvel?
My earliest memory of Marvel was I remember walking through a store and seeing like a Thor cover with the Silver Surfer and Thor on it. There was another one that I thought I had seen with the Daredevil and the Grim Reaper in the ring or something like that. I just remember covers. I always remember covers from when I was a little kid. The Spider-Man 60s cartoon, that was my kind of Bible as a young man. I used to love that show. So that's what I grew up with, like back in the 70s, 80s.
Yeah. Well, covers are definitely something a professional submitter and cleaner and presser can agree with, that the covers where the money's at.
I just can't even imagine the cover, the books you've held in your hand or seen come through that you've gotten to clean and press. It must be just incredible to hold those.
This is my show. You can all fangirl about each other
Oh,
later.
yeah.
Barry, round 2. You good? Let's do it. First category is going to be science, guys. Next, we'll have You're Fired. This will be characters that have fire abilities, fire powers. Video games. A Rose by Any Other Name. This is a character that at one point went by a different name than they're traditionally referred to. Is still a Rose. Those answers will all begin with the letter R. Ian, you're in third place. You'll start us off again. Where would you like to go, my good friend?
Let's do Science Guys 400.
Letitia Wright plays this genius-level Wakandan princess in the MCU. Mike.
Shuri.
Shuri as can be.
Let's go Science Guys for 8, please.
Marvel geniuses Beast and the original Ant-Man both share this name. Mike. No, Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. Hank or Henry. You must have got a penalty because Daniel came in after.
Too many
penalties. Said he's number 1.
3.
Daniel, you're aboard.
You're fired for 400.
This flaming entity travels the cosmos seeking a host in which to imbue its near limitless power. Daniel.
The Phoenix Force.
The Phoenix Force. He's coming for you. Slowly but surely. It's round 2, so point values are double. Anything can happen.
Still a Rose for 800.
This villain has been giving Spider-Man a run for his money since being created by Stan Lee in 1966. Daniel.
Rhino.
Everything in this category is going to start with the letter R.
Still a Rose for 400.
The name of the space gang that raised Peter Quill in the MCU. Daniel.
The Reavers.
No. Mike.
Ravagers.
The Ravagers.
Let's go Science Guys for 2.
When skilled hacker Amadeus Cho gained Hulk powers, he began going by this hero name. Ian.
Maestros.
What's that?
Maestros?
No. Daniel.
Totally Awesome Hulk.
No.
Yeah.
Braun. I forgot it. That's why I paused.
Oh, okay.
Mike, still your control.
Let's go Science Guys for 16.
The supreme intelligence is not a who, but more a what. An artificial intelligence that rules over this alien race. Mike.
The Kree.
That is right.
Let's go Rose for 12, please.
Which Rose?
It's still a Rose.
Okay. This New Jersey native joined the MCU in 2015 and in 2021 was voted People's Magazine's sexiest man alive. Daniel.
I had a brain fart. Damn it.
Oh,
Paul Rudd.
yeah.
Paul Rudd, New Jersey native, begins with R. 2021 Sexiest Man Alive. I guess.
I was going to say Bill Fasosi, but I guess.
That's 2023 and running.
Is still a rose for 16, please.
Actor David Harbour plays this Russian super soldier in the Black Widow and the upcoming Thunderbolts film. Mike.
Red Guardian, please.
Red Guardian. That's correct.
Let's go. Is still a rose for 2,000, please.
One of the Kree Empire's most formidable warriors, he wields a long-handled hammer known as the Universal Weapon. Daniel.
Ronan the Accuser.
Ronan the Accuser. I know you're a fan of him. I was hoping that you were going to be the first to buzz in on this one.
Let's go with a rose by any other name for 400.
Iron Fist, Elektra, Spider-Man, and Bullseye are just a few of the names who once wore this hero's costume. Mike.
Daredevil.
That's it. Daredevil. Mm-hmm. They all wore Daredevil's costume.
Let's go a rose by any other name for 8, please.
This longtime villain once swapped minds with Peter Parker and found himself reborn as the superior Spider-Man. Mike.
Dr. Octopus.
Dr. Octopus, Otto Octavius. That's it. Got kind of weird for a minute there in comics.
Science guys for 1,200, please.
With green skin and an oversized brain and a towering cranium, Dr. Samuel Stearns was transformed into this villain after a radioactive accident. Mike.
The Leader.
The Leader. That's it. He can't be stopped.
Can't beat that buzzer, man.
Bludgeon him. We'll have to put a bunch of bars of soap in a sock.
You're fired for 2,000.
This fire-controlling demon appears often as the opposite to Ghost Rider with a red skull and blue flames. Mike.
Vengeance.
What?
No.
Oh.
Daniel.
It starts with a Z, but I can't think of it. Like Sabatros or something like that.
No. Sorry. Ian?
I was going to say Vengeance, but Mephisto.
No. Zarathos. Zarathos. The blue flames.
I was going to say Mephisto.
That's the big one. Mike.
A rose by any other name for 12, please.
After Yellow Jacket and throughout the Kree Skrull War, this hero took up the mantle of Goliath. Mike.
Hank Pym?
No.
Oh.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Hawkeye took up the mantle of Goliath.
A rose by any other name for 16, please.
By becoming the avatar of this mystic deity, the mutant Colossus became the Juggernaut for a period in comics. Mike.
Sidorak?
Sitarak is correct. That is the mystic deity to which we were referring. Your board again.
Video games for 4.
This popular toy brand produced 3 Marvel video game titles between 2013 and 2017. Ian.
Hasbro?
No. Daniel.
Toy Biz?
No. Lego.
Let's go for You're Fired for 8.
Saint John Allardyce is the given name of this flame-wielding member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Mike.
Pyro?
Pyro. Pyro is the one.
You're fired for 1,200, please.
Like most characters born into Thor's Marvel history, this fire giant is based on Norse mythology. Daniel.
Salter.
Yes, we'll give it to you. It's Surtur.
Surtur.
Yeah.
Surtur. We're gonna give it to you. It is your board.
You're fired for 1600.
This Spider-Man villain was originally an unnamed demon banished to limbo for eons, who eventually fused and then split with the villain Hobgoblin. Daniel.
Demogoblin.
Demogoblin, however you say it. I don't know how you say it. We both said different ways, but one of them is right. Doesn't matter. You got it correct.
Nice.
Arose by any other name for 2000.
During the Dark Avengers, Norman Osborn developed the pill for this venom host that would force the symbiote to mimic the outer appearance of the black suit Spider-Man. Ian.
Iapaic.
No. Daniel.
Scorpion.
Scorpion. Matt Gargan. We'll take it. That is correct. Matt Gargan was the host of the Venom symbiote during the Dark Avengers storyline.
Video games for 800.
The first Marvel video game featured Spider-Man and was released in 1982 on this platform. Daniel.
Nintendo.
No. Ian.
Atari.
That's right. You have control of the board, Ian.
Well, video games for 1200.
First released in Japanese arcades in 2000, this crossover title is often regarded as one of the greatest fighting games of all time. Daniel.
Marvel versus Capcom.
Nope. Sorry. Mike.
Marvel versus Capcom, the video game?
Nope. Ian.
Captain versus Marvel.
It's Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Oh, I was gonna...
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I was just trying to get somebody to just say the letter. The letter. Jesus Christ. The number 2. Daniel.
Video games for 1600. I think it was Eden.
This 2020 spinoff was a launch title for the PlayStation 5 gaming console. Mike.
Miles Morales Spider-Man?
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah,
That's right. I just feel it. Barry's bursting at the seams. This the 1992 arcade release of this side-scrolling beat-em-up title came in 2, 4, and 6-player versions. Mike.
Is it the X-Men?
It was the X-Men arcade game.
Yeah.
One of the greatest arcade games of all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that concludes round 2. Big dip in your score, Mike.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I'm going to go do
15,000. You really didn't get to where you were last time. Daniel with 200. Ian with, in the negative. But we all had fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what I have to do to get you beaten. And I'm looking up at whatever is up there. Please get rid of him.
I'm ready.
We still have a final round. That's the way the game's played. So, Daniel, Ian, you can wager a maximum of 2,000 points. Mike, you can wager a maximum of 1.5 Google points.
Okay. How much fun would Jeopardy have been if Trebek could have just gone after the players? Told them he hated them.
Sorry, guys.
You mean like I'm doing?
This
is me holding back, honestly. This is the PG version.
It'd be like Saturday Night Live Jeopardy.
We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do an edit here.
Barry, we're gonna have to do a lot of edits
Ian,
because you are
for Daniel,
dropping the rope.
Yeah.
We need the category.
We need wagers in both of the
No, we didn't give the category yet.
boxes.
We didn't give the category yet. Dual
Can you guys
actors
see
is your
this at all?
category.
Dual actors.
Dual actors meaning multiple actors that played the same role. So based on that, you may place your wagers. All right. Here's your final question. Tony Revolori and Joe Manganiello. Yes. All right, we'll start with Ian, who was in third place. He said I suck, and he's correct. Not the answer we were looking for, though. He didn't wager anything, but you should still go check out Ian on Whatnot, Cards and Metal. He's still a great guy. Still does a lot of fun things and does these cool box breaks that nobody else does. So thanks for being here.
I'm not
Sorry
Marvel
that you had to. Sorry you had to
Marvel
feel the wrath of the, ageless glacial anomaly. We'll go to Daniel, who's in second place. He wagered 500. He gets Flash Thompson. That's correct.
Ooh.
Flash Thompson. So Tony Revolori was in Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man, Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home. And Joe Manganiello was Flash Thompson in the Raimi-verse.
Oh, man.
So that will bring Daniel up to, he had 200, 700. And we'll go to Mike.
Wrong.
Mike wagered 3,000. He guessed Thor. That was incorrect. That will bring him down to not low enough to lose. And for 4 weeks in a row, we all have to deal with Mike for one more week. But listen, this just means the challenge has been put out.
Yeah.
To all of you Marvelites out there, Marvelites is now a word, coined it. Nickel every time somebody says it. Marvelites. Mike is not unbeatable.
No.
He's the lowest score yet. You can come in and beat Mike, knock him off the throne. The bounty's going up next week. I'm telling you right now. You heard it first right here. Bounty's going up $75. Mike is only going to get $25 if he wins episode 5. If somebody else comes on and beats him, they're getting $75. We're not getting up a notch.
How about they get the 75 and then all the winnings I've gotten so far?
Nah, nobody likes a martyr, Mike.
Okay.
Get the heck out of here.
Really, though, is someone else going to win?
Hey, just gloating, peacocking. Seriously, the Canadian peacock.
Beaver.
But seriously, Ian, Daniel, thank you for being here. I know Mike makes it not fun to play because he's just so darn good.
It's fun, man.
Eventually, I'm gonna have to take the bow tie off, and sit down, put the backwards hat on, drink a handle of whatever swill Ian drank tonight, and I'll have to spank him. I'll have to spank him good. I know that's what the world wants to see. Maybe that day will come.
Seriously,
Maybe that's what has to happen.
Here.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys being here. This is something that I enjoy doing. I know, obviously right now we record this, it's not live, and this part will be in the recording because I know I'm not going to cut it out. But I say this sincerely, this is fun for me. This is a fulfilling thing that I do, and anybody that gets to be part of it, I'm grateful for their being here. Except for Mike, of course. So Mike, we'll see you next week. Barry, we'll see you every week because you're the man. I'm Bill Vazzosi. If you think you've got Marvel on the brain, go to allmylinks.com/watchmeopen. Sign up to play Marvel on the Brain. Win, if it's next week, $75 to beat Mike in subsequent weeks. $25 for each episode you win. Please, everyone, be safe, be good to each other. And as always, be sure to have your pets spayed or neutered. I'm out.